Assalamu alaikum, brothers. It's 2025 and you're finally ready to get that beach bod, which is exactly why you're watching this weight loss video. This is not going to be a video of me talking down on you for having weight loss goals. I've been seeing that around recently and it just doesn't make sense. Back in the day, around a couple years ago, I was sitting on my couch just simply eating a bowl of cereal. It was around evening, like during the night, and I was watching some anime. I went ahead and finished my second bowl of cereal. I got up, and as I was walking back to the bathroom, on the floor, I just seen a weight scale. I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and weigh myself. Let's see how this is. So I stepped on it, and I looked down, and I saw 229 pounds. I didn't know how it got that bad. I finally decided to make the decision to change. Ramadan started on April. So I was like, okay, I might as well use this as an opportunity to go ahead and lose some weight. So let me just go ahead and participate in Ramadan and see how that goes. One thing led to another, started doing some exercises. A whole couple of years later, and here's my physique. Here's the difference of where I came from, which is exactly why I'm so excited to go ahead and make this video on how you can utilize Ramadan for your own weight loss. It made a difference in my life as I was finally able to lose that weight and stop feeling so insecure about something that I had control over. This video is going to be breaking up in 4 different parts. We're going to go over the exercise, the diet, the cardio, and then finally the routine, where we're going to put it all together in a coherent fashion so that you can just follow it step by step by step. All right, let's get into it. All right, for the exercises, when building out your plan, there's a couple of things that you need to take into account. So the first one is the rep ranges, because I know that you're on a weight loss journey and you don't really care about building muscle. It's not really at the up front. When you lean down, you're going to want to have those muscles showing, because if you just simply lose weight without gaining any muscle, you're just going to look skinny fat. Why not just go ahead and build the muscle and lose the fat, but with the main priority of losing the fat? So when building out your plan, you want to consider a rep range of 6 to 15 rep ranges, and then you want to have that as majority of your workouts, so about 80%. And then you're going to want like 10% be like around 3 to 5 rep ranges, and then another side around like 15 to 30, because when you do a rep range that's very low, like 3 to 5 for example, you are building strength. And what this allows you to do is, as you're continuously working out, you're going to be able to progress more often. Going to the gym and simply not progressing on your workouts can get very boring, and it can drive you to quit altogether. However, when you are progressing through your workouts and you are making progress, that's going to encourage you to come back that next day, and then one thing leads to another and you build your dream physique. Muscle endurance is the reason why I suggested for 15 to 30. You are also doing high reps, so you're getting your heartbeat rating faster. And when you are doing cardio, that's the point. That's what you want to have. You want your heartbeat to be beating close enough to like a high speed, because that's what cardio really is. Cardio is not just simply about sweating, but I'll go into that a little bit later during the cardio side. The next one, workout split. Now there's a whole bunch of workout splits and they all work. However, the one that I will personally suggest is the upper lower split, because this saves you the most time out of all of them. For a full body, you're working on damn near your whole body, so you need to warm up for all those sets, or you'll get injured or not be able to perform as well as you would have had. So when you do upper, most of the time back, chest, biceps, triceps, shoulders, maybe not on the same day. However, you're going to be doing that very close together. So if you just warm up for, let's just say bench press, you do your 3 warm-up sets. The next workout you got is like cable chest flies. Instead of having to do 3 warm-up sets for your cable chest flies, you can just do 1 to 2 and then get straight into it, and that saves you so much time. Now, when we're considering volume in terms of the amount of sets you'll be doing, it's best to just follow this one that you see on screen right here. It's very simple. This is for beginners, so just go ahead and implement that. But if you want something simple, going with 2 to 3 sets is simply just all you need. So just take a look at that and then make for what you want. I wouldn't suggest going with too many sets for all of them, because keep in mind, you are at a calorie deficit. So you will be building up a lot more fatigue much quicker. So it's best just to go with something in the middle-ish so that you are still building muscle. However, you're not accumulating too much fatigue. Because when you accumulate too much fatigue, that can cause you to want to give up because your body just so tired. Or that can cause your body to go into this very starvation mode, in which is like, all right, I'm not gonna utilize more energy because I need to save all these calories so that I don't go ahead and die, because that's just the body's main body function, just to survive, and it will do everything it can do to do that. Now, in terms of intensity, it's best to go with a RPE of 7 to 9. That means that you're at least 1 rep away from failure or 3 reps away from failure. I wouldn't suggest going to failure too much, just because that builds a lot more fatigue than it does going 1 rep away from failure. You're essentially building a little bit more muscle if you go to failure. However, you are like activating a substantial amount of fatigue. I would suggest do a set, right? And then on your last set, just go to failure on that one. And then you'll know like what's your actual failure. In terms of performing the exercises, I would personally suggest doing a full range of motion. We got different techniques like just staying at the bottom half or just swinging and stuff. And they're all useful in their own right. You are in the beginning stage, it's best to just do a full range of motion because you are more likely to understand the movement, more likely to learn it better, more likely to not make mistakes that can unfortunately just get you injured. But like, you can get seriously injured if you're not doing the exercise correctly. However, don't let this discourage you, because getting injured in the gym is very rare in of itself. It's just that you increase the chances by a substantial amount if you just start doing, bullshit. If you just start just dropping away too fast, doing too much weight you can't handle, you know when your form is very bad. So just don't even worry about that. But put your concern onto learning the movement with full range of motion, going all the way down with a controlled tempo and going all the way up as fast as you want. All right, we're now moving on to the second portion of the video, the diet. Arguably the most important for fat loss. So number 1, I would suggest eating a high fat meal in the morning. Yes, right before the sun rises up and you can't eat no more, go ahead and consume like eggs, for example, eggs and cheese. This is because fats take much longer to digest than any other food group like complex carbs and even protein. So if you fill your belly or fill your gut with just a lot of high fat, you are likely to feel more satiated throughout the day. In terms of carbs, I would suggest using it to break your fast and after you work out. Don't feel so depleted because you did fast for a whole day. And then once you eat the carbs afterwards, you're gonna start feeling more sleepy so that you are able to transition to bed much better. You don't want to eat a whole bunch of fats right after your workout because you may find yourself up at night. Now, this isn't so mandatory. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. However, if you are concerned with building muscle and things of that nature, one thing you can do is invest in some casein protein. Have you heard of whey protein? The only difference between casein protein and whey protein is that whey protein, typically that protein anabolic window lasted for 4 hours with whey protein, but it leads to a faster spike. That's all it does. With casein protein, it lasts for like about 6 hours and it's more of like a slow digest. All right, now moving on to the cardio section. Now you can implement it into your routine. However, it is not mandatory. I mean, simply you going on this fast like throughout the whole day will be just enough. Also, doing some walking on top of that will just be really good as well. And plus, it's low impact. You're not gonna feel as hungry afterwards, like afterwards you're done walking, like the treadmill or the elliptical. However, you can implement the elliptical. You could go ahead and do them on your off days. Let's just say you're running the upper lower. You know what I'm saying? You go do upper lower Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Do some cardio on Wednesday, Saturday, or Sunday, or whenever you feel like it. However, if you are gonna do the elliptical and a treadmill, one thing I suggest doing is for like 15 to 20 minutes, and then you want to make sure that your beat per minute, your BPM, is in between 110 to 140, because this is the range for fat loss. Anything lower, you could be doing some more, burning some more fat. Anything higher, you are burning carbs. However, if you find cardio so boring, like treadmill and elliptical, what you can do is just go play some ball with your friends. By you playing basketball, you're getting your heart rate up, you're moving around. It's just way more fun, like playing any sports. Me personally, I play basketball, but if you like football, for example, soccer, they all work. All right, now here's your routine. This is how we're gonna put it all together. However, before we do that, I just wanna make sure that you know how much calories you are eating first. So to find the amount of calories you should be eating to go ahead and lose weight, what you wanna do is go ahead and wake up in the morning, weigh yourself, and then multiply by these numbers. All right, it's gonna have like weight loss, max weight loss, and then just choose which one you want to go with. Like the more deficit it is, the more hungry you're gonna feel, especially when you're only eating about a couple times a day. Like the fasting window is pretty huge. All right, let's just say it's Ramadan now. You went ahead and you woke up early, you had your eggs and cheese, and you also had your casein protein or whatever, right? So you stopped your fast, and now you gotta wait until the fast is all over. Now, what you're doing is you're gonna implement walking anytime you can. So let's just say you get off of school, maybe get off the bus a little bit early so that you can walk home, or you could just park your car, farther away in the parking lot if you're going to your job, anything like that. Just put yourself in situations in which you need to do more moving, in which you need to walk more so that you can just go ahead and burn those extra calories. Ramadan is finished, you go ahead and you pray, and then it's time to feast. You go have carbs, maybe something like rice, potatoes, lentils, but also make sure it's rich in protein. You got your chicken thigh, grilled chicken. Me personally, I like chicken thigh much more. Get your ground beef, your ground turkey, all these protein and carb options. Go ahead and choose that. Wait about 30 to an hour, then go ahead and go to the gym, do your thing. Let's just say it's like an upper day workout. Go ahead and do some cardio if you want to afterwards. Then go ahead and eat and have your carbs and protein. So, for example, rice. Rice tends to make me feel sleepy afterwards, so that's why I like pushing that in towards before sleep. I say about 2 to 3 hours beforehand. Make sure you drink a whole bunch of water, and if you can, go ahead and invest in some electrolytes. You are kind of starving yourself, so make sure that you got those salts, potassium in your body so that you are more likely to think more efficient throughout the day. All right, that's about it. If you're going to try out this routine and give it a shot, I wish you luck on your weight loss journey, and I wish you so much success, as I found success for my own self when I started my weight loss journey during Ramadan. All right, with that being said, I have something in the description if you want to check out. And with that being said, always take it one step at a time, because you may never know where that one step may lead you.